flashback to the time I ordered a pizza, realised I can't say the pepperoni, so instead I ordered Hawaiian, and then there was pineapple on my pizza, and it was just all a big mess, and I'm just blackout. What's it like having a speech impediment when you create content and stream? Well, let me tell you all about it. Now, right before we get into all the nitty-gritty details with this video, first of all, if you do enjoy this, or you learn something new from me today, then please do leave me a like, because it helps me a hell of a lot. Also consider subscribing with the bell on so you know when I upload, and leave a comment down below. If you got any questions, I'll be sure to answer them. And with that shameless self-promotion out of the way, I won't do it again to the end, I promise. You have my word. You're probably sat there thinking, I haven't heard you stutter once in the first 30 seconds that I've been watching this godforsaken video. And there's a reason for that, and let me explain. You're watching me on YouTube. The past me is talking to you right now. The past me that has probably taken 50 odd takes of this one sentence over and over again to the point of insanity. I'm not mad, I promise. But that's sort of the sheer beauty of when I sit here by myself in my bedroom. It's a bit of a sad affair when you think about it like that. But I've got plenty of time to think about what I want to say, make sure I get my breathing right, and get the words out how I hear them in my head. Like, actually get that pathway between brain and mouth working as a team, which is a lot harder than you might think. But when it does happen, oh, does it feel good. I feel like a normal functioning member of society when I can actually say what it is that I actually want to say, just like anybody else would. And now, before we get too far into this video, the first thing I want to say when I come to speaking about this subject is that obviously it's very personal to me, and I'm sure there's other people out there that have similar issues to me, or something different, something holding them back from making content, whether it's on YouTube or streaming on a platform like Twitch. And all I want to say is, don't be too scared of it. You can find ways to work around things, and just go for it. Be yourself and make the content you want to make. And this is what this video is all about. It's about positivity. It's about going out and not being scared and doing the things that you want to do. Even if you're not in a similar situation to me, or somebody's got something physically or mentally holding them back, but maybe you're just a bit too shy. Maybe you're a bit anxious about putting yourself out there. And you're never gonna know how people will respond, if people will like your content, if you don't make it and you don't put it out there. So just have a go at it. You've got nothing to lose and everything really to gain. And even in the real world, I've found that people really don't mind that I stutter as much as I do. If I get stuck on a word, most people will wait. In fact, most people see it as a huge part of me and often tell me, I couldn't imagine you without it, because it is a part of your personality. It's actually quite endearing. And to have people say that is such a big confidence boost. Because a few years ago, I got my first full-time job. I won't declare what it is because that's a bit too personal. But a part of that job involved me having to answer phones from time to time. And having a stutter, whenever a phone rings, that's it. The room turns black. I start to zoom out, have some out-of-body experience. Sweat starts to pour. Because, to me, the hardest word in the English language isn't that stupid anti-capitalist word that's got about 16 syllables in it. It's a simple hello. And that's because I struggle with H sounds. And although at the time it is quite a traumatic, anxious experience, I'm tense and I'm sweaty and I'm staring at this phone like it's Satan itself. But afterwards, I have a bit of a laugh to myself because I think I could never work in a call centre or any job where the primary sort of function of my work is to answer phones. I often imagine on a regular basis what it would actually be like. And the other night, whilst I was in bed, falling asleep, because for some reason that's when I have my best ideas, that and when I'm sat on the toilet, well, let's not get into that part, I was falling asleep in bed, and I had this great sort of scenario pop into my head, so I wrote it down, and I'd really like to share it with everybody here, because I've shared it with my partner and my sister, and they thought it was quite entertaining, so let's just go for it, I guess. I could never see myself working in a call centre, having to answer phones as a job, because you can just picture it now. I'm sat in this semi-dark room at a desk crammed between two co-workers who can barely stand. One smells of cigarette smoke, one smells of sweat because he's wearing a really cheap polyester shirt, and then it happens. The dreaded noise of a ringing phone. I give it a few times to ring. I'm staring at it intensely like it's just mugged my mother. The hate pulsing through my veins towards this plastic image of Satan itself. Like, I have this out-of-body experience again. Everything around me turns to black, and I'm just watching myself, trembling, anxious and sweating, thinking, I could not be Superman. Could you imagine? Every time somebody robs a bank, I have to go into a phone box to go get changed. It'll end up 10 minutes later, all the robbers piling into the back of their car with bags of cash, zipping off into the distance, and then the police wonder, where's Superman? Why isn't he come and fix this? This isn't like him. And then they go to the nearest phone box, and it's just me, curled up in a ball on the floor, half naked, because goddammit, I will try to get changed in front of that phone. I'm a trier. But I'm half naked on the floor, breathing into a paper bag in a pool of my own sweat and vomit, because I went to get changed, saw the payphone, and then I had a flashback to the time I ordered a pizza, realised I can't say the pepperoni, so instead I ordered Hawaiian, and then there was pineapple on my pizza, and it was just all a big mess, and I'm just blackout, hit my head against the phone, and then I wake up in a pool of my own bodily fluids, having a panic attack, breathing into a paper bag, and now that I think about it, I think that's just the aftermath of any works night out, really. I'm back to the call centre. The phone starts to ring. Once again, I have this out-of-body experience like I'm on some really weird reality TV show, like Big Brother, except it's in a call centre. I can't think of anything worse. But the phone's ringing. It's Dave from Essex calling about his gas bill. And I stare at the phone. This black, plasticky, other colours are available, but this black, plasticky image of pure hate and anxiety is blinking, because it'll be one of those handsets that I've got one of those really stupid LEDs on, but it's blinking at me and it's ringing and I'm panicking. Everyone around me has turned, wondering why I'm not picking up this bloody phone. And then I do it. I pluck up the courage. I pick up the phone. And then I slam it against my face because I'm anxious. I don't do anything slowly when I'm anxious. And then it happens. The dreaded hello is next. I can feel my voice locking up. My throat goes tense. Sweat starts to drip down my face. I've realised it's been a couple of seconds of pure, awkward silence on the phone. Dave's starting to wonder if anybody's even picked up the phone or if he's even called his gas company at this point. And then I realise I've got to say hello. I've really got to say it. I've got like 3 more seconds before he hangs up and gets really angry with the company. So I start to fight. I start to fight it out. I try to force it through my closed up throat. And it's one of those situations where if I strained any harder, the chair I'm sat on would be a write-off. It would have to go straight in the bin. I mean, a sort of bin that hospitals stick their medical waste into in those bright yellow bags. Maybe have some petrol poured over it and a match chucked on to cleanse it of the pure evil that I have just accidentally unleashed on it trying to talk. Maybe even get a priest just to say a few kind words as we send this chair off to the big IKEA in the sky. The kind of IKEA that never runs out of meatballs. It's a beautiful holy place and I wish it existed. But anyway, back to the call. I can't say hello. Dave's hung up. Dave's angry. I'm embarrassed. And I spend all night in bed cringing over the situation. Cringing over how everybody laughed at me. But then I realise, actually, it's not that bad. I'm getting a brand new chair tomorrow. The things my brain comes up with 3 a.m. in the morning as I'm falling asleep. But if you guys did enjoy this video, then please do drop me a like. Subscribe with the bell so you know when I next upload. And if you got any questions about today's video or me in general, then please do stick them down in the comments below. And I'll make sure that I answer them as quickly as I can. But until next time, everybody take care and farewell, my friends.